If you're thinking about buying a Las Vegas new construction home, then you're probably looking for tips to help you through the process and to make sure you're getting the best deal possible. That's where I come in. I'm your Las Vegas new construction home expert. I'm going to give you 13 actionable tips to help guide you through the new construction home process. I'm going to cover tips on how to deal with the home builders, on which fees and costs you should budget for, on how to properly manage your expectations during the process, and how to make sure you're truly getting the most value for your money. When you buy a previously owned home, it's standard practice to get an inspection to make sure you're not buying a Pandora's box. But when a home is brand new, is there any reason to still get an inspection? The answer is 100% yes. And if you listen to any of my tips today, believe me when I say you want to make sure you get your new home inspected. Here's why. First off, the builders make mistakes. No build is perfect, and you'll want to be made aware of any potential issues early on. Secondly, each builder is going to give you a warranty where they'll come and fix almost anything in the house during the first year. Instead of waiting for things to break or go wrong, you can get an expert to tell you of the potential issues and then ensure that the builder addresses them during that first year. Now, some of you may be wondering if you should do this prior to closing, after closing, and I say prior if you can, since any major issues that are found could result in you getting a better deal and them fixing it. If you recently bought a new home and you didn't get an inspection before you closed, then I still recommend getting one ASAP. Like I said before, you can take the findings and use it as a punch list for the builder to come fix while that warranty is still active. The point is, make sure you get your own home inspection for your new home. There's literally no downside. I've touched on this before, but it bears repeating. Make sure you know the difference between a spec home and a built-to-order home when new house shopping. One of the first questions you want to ask a new build rep is, are you guys only selling spec homes currently? Let me explain the difference. You're probably already familiar with the traditional way of buying new homes. You come, choose your own floor plan, choose your own upgrades, color scheme, flooring type, etc. The floor plan you choose has a base price, and any upgrades that you add will increase that price. That's the build-to-order process. With the spec home, that process is flipped. A spec home is a new home where the builder chooses everything: the floor plan, the exterior, interior upgrades, etc. Once the home is a few months from being completed, the builder will release it for sale to the open market. Price-wise, spec homes are generally a better deal versus a situation where you chose the same floor plan and upgrades, since you had no choice in what was included in the home. I tell you this because many people only want to buy a new home if they can customize it the way they want. And for many home builders, that's just not possible right now. Hey everyone, if you're new here, my name's Gershon and I'm a Las Vegas-based realtor. On this channel, I cover the important topics that you need to know about when it comes to the Las Vegas housing market. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button and let's continue. New construction home building timelines can be confusing because each builder will release a certain number of homes for sale periodically and then build them at different speeds. I've seen build times vary anywhere between 3 to 12 months on average. Therefore, it's very important that you make sure your own personal timeline matches up with the builder's timeline. I've had buyers who have zeroed in on a specific builder and floor plan they like, and they're like, this is it, this is the home, only to pivot later because that home won't be ready for 10 months. And for example, they need a house that's ready by the time their baby is born or by the time their kids are back in school. When talking to a home builder rep, make sure you ask what their average build time is, along with if they've seen any delays in their most recently completed homes. Then make sure you add a month to that estimate because delays happen and it's always better to be safe than sorry. This tip is something you might already think you know, but it really gets lost after you tour the model homes and fall in love. Please understand that your home will not look exactly like the model you toured. The model homes are loaded with every upgrade imaginable, along with some amazing interior design that really accentuates the strengths of a floor plan. Also, adding furniture makes a home look bigger. This can cause some buyer's remorse later on because buyers will have this vision of the model in their mind, and then they'll see their home after construction without certain upgrades and without furniture, and they'll be a little bit let down. Here's a tip to help you make sure you really know what you're buying. Ask the new build rep to let you see an almost completed home of the same floor plan you're interested in. The home builders don't want you to have buyer's remorse either, and they'll happily oblige. This will give you a more realistic idea of what to expect once your new home is ready to live in. It's October 2023, and we're seeing almost 8% mortgage rates for highly qualified buyers. So one of the best tips I can give you to try to get a more affordable mortgage is to check out a home builder's in-house lender because of the special financing incentives they may offer. Most home builders have in-house lenders, technically sister companies, that can provide special financing terms for homes that close in the near future. These lenders will purchase a large batch of mortgages and then buy down the interest rates on them so they significantly beat the market at large for resale homes. This makes some new build mortgage payments lower than you'd expect. Currently, the average mortgage rate for the market at large is roughly 7.5% to 8%, while many of these in-house lenders are guaranteeing somewhere around 6%. That's hundreds of dollars of savings each month and can make buying a new home more affordable than a resale home in most cases. Examples of these in-house lenders include KBHS for KB Homes, DHI Mortgage for DR Horton, and so on and so forth. If you guys want some more info on these in-house lenders and their special financing offers, then I've included some links in the description. When you buy a new construction home, you're buying the home and the lot, and with that comes an unfinished backyard. Some builders will include things like pavers or maybe even a pergola in the deal, but make sure you also budget some money for backyard renovations once you complete the purchase. The issue is that most people tend to max out their cash when buying a new home, and I get why. But I always advise that you put some money aside to at least start finishing the backyard after you move in. Finishing the backyard will limit dust getting into your home, while also increasing the resale value of the property immediately. Yeah, you're probably gonna need to spend 5, 10, 20K on upgrades for the backyard, but this will become immediate equity, and you'll get to enjoy it too instead of just staring at dirt. You'll hear this a lot. Make sure you try and negotiate with the builder. It's possible and can save you money. And in reality, this is true. I've done it before, and I've been able to get my clients certain perks or discounts added. But I want to add some context so your expectations are in the right place. The main thing to understand when going into a negotiation with the builder is that it's truly all based on their current demand. If there's a lot of demand for their homes and their interest lists are full, then they probably won't negotiate on price or incentives since there's no need to. On the flip side, if the home builder has too much sitting inventory and less demand, then you can 1000% negotiate for things like a reduced price, design credit, extra closing costs, etc. To figure out the current demand, simply ask the builder reps how many people are on a specific floor plan's interest list. If the list is very short, then there's little demand. Also, keep your eye on their standing inventory. The longer a finished home sits, the more a builder wants to get rid of it so they can build other homes. Standing inventory that sits for a long time is ripe for discounts. There are pros and cons to each home builder during the purchase process. My clients ask my opinion, and I'm happy to give it, but I always advise them to not just take my word for it. One basic tip I tell my clients is to go online and check out the reviews for each builder before they decide to engage with them. Websites such as New Home Source or Consumer Affairs will show you thousands of reviews from previous buyers and give you insight on how it is to work with each home builder. If you start working with a builder and find out they're a complete nightmare to deal with, and then you go online and see that others have shared this experience, you'll wish you did your own research beforehand. As a buyer, you don't have to bring an agent with you to go tour and purchase a new build home, but that doesn't mean you should go unrepresented. An agent's job is to advocate for you and make sure you're getting the best bang for your buck. Many times, we can negotiate better incentives and financing terms for you. We can also help you compare if a new build is truly a better deal at the time versus what's available on the open market. Remember this, the sales reps at the new build communities are working for the builder. Their job is to make sure the builder gets the best deal possible, not you. For them, the best deal possible is for you to not have an agent there because there isn't anyone to cross-check the info they give or anyone to pay a commission to. And guess what? If you go unrepresented to a new build the first time, they don't take a realtor's commission off the purchase price for you, they keep it. So they're the only ones benefiting. Taking a good agent with you ensures you're getting a good deal. There are 2 fees you should know about after the first trip to a Las Vegas new construction subdivision: the HOA fees and the SID or LID fee. The vast majority of home builders in Las Vegas will build homes in subdivisions that are ran by an HOA, but some homes will have 2 HOAs. This occurs when a home is located inside of a master planned community, which provides additional services like road maintenance and a recreation center, for example. It's important to find out whether the home you want is located inside of a double HOA, since the monthly HOA costs will obviously be inflated. Plus, That means there's technically 2 sets of rules you have to follow. SIDS or LIDS fees are special assessment taxes that are passed on to the buyer from the municipality to help reimburse them for the cost of the infrastructure that was needed to help build up a new area. Things like roads, electricity, water, etc. Certain areas in Northwest Las Vegas will have SIDS, while certain areas in Henderson will have LIDS. They're the same type of fee, just different names. These fees can be a few $100s each payment, paid twice a year for around 10 to 20 years. If you sell the home before the full SID or LID fee is paid off, then the remaining balance is passed on to the new buyer. Make sure you know if the new home you're buying has a SID or LID fee attached to it, so you have a full understanding of all the applicable fees. Putting down an earnest money deposit to buy a new home is standard practice. Remember though, you have 5 days from the time you put the deposit down to cancel the contract for any reason. If you decide to cancel after those 5 days, then the builder will keep your deposit. So make sure you feel good about moving forward before committing a few $1,000s. Quick side note though, because I'm sure somebody's thinking it. If you end up not qualifying for a loan and the deal gets canceled, then you will 100% get your deposit back. The 5-day rule is in regard to if you change your mind later and decide you just don't want the home anymore once the builder has already committed funds to building it. Is it better to buy a new home when it would be one of the first homes built or one of the last homes built in a new subdivision? The real answer is based on your personal preference. I'll break it down. If you're trying to get the lowest price on a new home, then you want to try and buy one of the first homes released in a new subdivision. Builders want to entice new buyers, so the prices are the lowest at the beginning. With every new release of homes, the prices will go up a bit. There's a trade-off though. Buying early means you have to deal with all the pains of construction that are happening all around you as the neighborhood gets built out. The noise, the dust, the debris, it can all be really annoying to come home to for the first year or so that you're living there. So if you value quiet and a clean neighborhood above all, then you really want to buy some of the last homes released in a subdivision. The flip side is that those homes will be more expensive than the first homes released, but you won't have to deal with all the construction pains like those original buyers did. One surprising thing you might encounter when buying a new construction home is that your property taxes will be higher than resale homes early on. I tell my clients to expect around 1% on a new home, even though the average home in Las Vegas pays about 0.5% to 0.75% in property tax. After the whole subdivision is completed in a year or so, more historical data is available, so the county is then able to calculate the correct property tax. Occasionally, this can result in your property tax bill being reduced if the mortgage underwriters originally estimated too high. Thanks for watching. If you guys have any questions about Las Vegas new construction homes and want some more info, then I'd love to hear from you. Have a great day.